hear that? You can hear that? People clapping for the NHS. But I thought we might as well record these historical times before moving on to the main event of why I'm making this video. Music, isn't it? It's like music. It's like pots and pans and everything. Pots and pans and everything. Let's go for it. Let's go with that beat, man. Let's go with that beat, baby. I don't want to stick the camera out there because there's people that probably wouldn't appreciate me filming them. So, which I don't want to get into trouble for that. Wow. Going for it today. Right, I'm gonna go and give you a tour now of my retro computer collection. Starting off with this little baby here. As the celebration goes on. Amiga 1200, oh yeah, Amiga 1200, 2 megabyte of SRAM. Whoa! I play the games with an Atari joystick. Look at that. One of my favourite games on the Amiga. They stopped now. They've stopped beating their pots and pans. It's all quiet again. It's all quiet again. Sometimes you even get fireworks. Crazy stuff. Crazy times. And so yeah, there. Take a look at that. So Shadow. Yeah, okay, we've seen enough of that. I like Shadow of the Beast, and I like the Amiga. I had an Amiga as a kid. Great little computer system. All right, we got ourselves a Pac-Man Arcade, which I love. I'm gonna put that on now. Let's fire her up. And okay, let's start. Glass there in case I want a whiskey. Very important. Game Boy Advance. This is one of those Neo Geo X's, so it's not an actual Neo Geo. They are just so expensive. I couldn't afford one of those. But I bought a Neo Geo X because it had that nice joystick in it, you know. God, the camera's picking it up. I love the joystick, okay? I used to play it quite a lot, but I don't really... Come on, focus. Yeah, I used to play it a lot, but I don't play it so much now. Come on, let's fire Pac-Man up. Yeah, nice. Game Cube. Got an Atari 2600. Which, yeah, never played one of these. I bought this really just to collect, you know. I've actually never fired this up. So I don't know what it's like, but it just looks nice to them. I like the wood grain finish. Nintendo 64, which, yep, I used to play as a kid. Not many Nintendo 64 games. Knights of the Round for the Super Nintendo. PlayStation again. I never really played this, but got it for collection purposes. Some Game Boy Advance games, some Game Boy games. Here we go. Some NES games, Mega Drive games, Super Nintendo. A lot of Super Nintendo. I like Super Nintendo. Got some more Super Nintendo games there. It's annoying because the Super Nintendo doesn't have like the NES games. You know, everyone goes on about this on the internet. The NES have their labels. NES, Super Nintendo don't. So we don't know what games there are in there. I'm about to go to work in a minute anyway. Otherwise, I would have got some of them out, but not today. My NES games, as you can see, I like the NES. It's not, obviously, it's not the most massive focus. It's not the most massive collection, you know. I've seen some YouTube videos of people collect, and they got so many games, it's incredible. Look, Lands of Lore. I've got some Amiga games there. Shadow of the Beast, Exile, some Master System games, Chuck Rock for the Mega Drive. Some of these games I was surprised, like North and South. I play North and South on the Amiga, and I didn't know they brought that one out on the NES, so I was very surprised. It's not bad. It's not bad. For Xanadu, it's a good game. I really enjoy this one. Good game. What else? What other games? So obviously, I love the Mario games. The Mario games, they're always good, aren't they? Joe and Mac. I always like this. I always like this game. Joe and Mac came in here for the NES. Yeah, I'll always like Cayman Ninja. In fact, I like the Super Nintendo version. And one of my videos is finished processing. Star Fox. How many? There we go. Look, got the Super Nintendo Cayman Ninja as well. Can't have too much Cayman Ninja now. Got a NES Mini next to the actual NES. Now this is not the NES I had as a kid. I sold that, unfortunately. Not the NES I had as a kid. I sold that one, unfortunately, but I bought this one again just to collect. Now that's my Game Boy. I did have that as a kid. This is my original Super Nintendo. Yep, I had that one. Back in the day, I used to play this a lot. A Mega Drive. I used to have a Mega Drive as a kid. This one I got the Mega CD. I think this is the first one. Pretty certain it is. Master System. I had a Master System as a kid. Now, strangely, I've got a... Probably wonder why, but I got a Philips CDI. You're thinking, what the hell do you want a Philips CDI for? I did try to play it, but it doesn't work. Oh, surprise, surprise, the CD don't work. I played on one of these when I was a kid, when it very first came out. A friend owned one, and I played on it, and back in the day, I thought it was amazing. I don't know, I think the way that they had movies and video games, I thought that was really impressive back then. You know, with time, you realise that's actually pretty bad. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty impressive the way it had like movies in the games, and you know, as time goes on, you realise that it's not very good. It's actually pretty rubbish. My Mega Drive games, a lot of Mega Drive games. As you can see. I love Jurassic Park. It's good. Splatterhouse 2. It's fantastic. Splatterhouse 2. Yeah. No Cayman Ninja Mega Drive version though. Atari Jaguar. Really beautiful looking console. Looks really nice. Got more Shadow of the Beast. Commodore 64 version, we'll go to that in a minute. Commodore 64 version of Shadow of the Beast. Which I have actually played. I actually looked this up and played it. There we are. Mega Drive 2. Those are my Philips CDI games. Got the 7 Guests. I love the 7 Guest. Love the 7 Guest. Dragon's Lair. I would have played these games, but only the Philips CDI just didn't work. Such a shame. It will be missed. Such a sad tragedy. I won't be able to play the Philips CDI in the year 2020. Here's my Commodore. It's the second Commodore that came out, I believe. It's not the original Commodore, you know, the stereotypical, the kind of classic brown bread bin Commodores. But this is the Commodore I actually had as a kid. I actually did have this one with a cassette tape player. It all works. I ripped it up and it does work fine. Nintendo Zapper gun. Some controllers. And that's pretty much it, you know. It's not the biggest collection in the entire world. Yeah, not the biggest, but it's alright. It's got stuff that I liked. Stuff that I enjoyed as a kid. Stuff that I can remember as a kid, and that's kind of the reason for it existing. The reason for it being there. Play a bit of Pac-Man. Pour yourself a drink. Play a bit of Pac-Man. Can't go wrong, can you? Let's be honest. You can't go wrong. Oh, shoot. Oh, you pesky. I'm trying to play one-handed here. Not a good idea. Let's see if I can... Come on, yes. Come on. Gotcha! Yeah, I've got the cherry as well. Brilliant. Yeah, pretty good game. Very good game. So that's it. That's my... Oh, yeah, let's end it with me being completely defeated. And that's pretty much it. That's it. That's the collection. See you later, folks.